7 ways to stay healthy for life. We all want a healthy life free from diseases. We want to age in a healthy way by continuing our daily life in the most efficient way. So, is it possible to grow old this way without ever getting sick? If you apply the 7 tips mentioned in our video to your life, it is possible to grow old without getting sick. You can support by subscribing to my Natural Health channel by commenting and liking before going to our video. Follow these 7 tips to stay healthy for life.
1. Eat less. When we eat too much, our stomach needs more enzymes to digest what we eat. The stomach of a healthy person needs between 0.44 pounds and 0.55 pounds, or 200 to 250 grams of food. According to the foods eaten and the metabolism of the person, the first degree of digestion takes place between 3 and 4 hours. In order to digest this amount of food, the heart works easily without difficulty. Eating 2 times this meal will require 4 or 6 times more work by the heart to digest the food and partially store and partially remove the excess. This situation wears out not only the heart, but also other organs responsible for digesting and storing nutrients and removing excess from the body. Some people pay the price of overeating with obesity and the accompanying diseases. Some people always stay weak no matter how much they eat. These types of people think that their condition is better than being overweight. Often the condition of such people can be more dangerous than those who are overweight. Because wastes, drugs, toxins and additives from overeating are stored in the fat in the body of the obese, the destruction of organs can be partially prevented. However, the weak people are expelled by means of wastes, toxins, high fever, cough, sweating, vomiting, diarrhea and acne circulating in the body through blood. These processes wear out the organs and can be deposited in the joints, muscles and organs, causing pain, infection, cysts and genetic changes. These types of people are often the ones who get sick frequently.
Mixed meals. When the dishes that are not suitable for the person's structure or that require separate enzymes for digestion are mixed with each other, they rot without digestion. For example, carbohydrates and proteins, dairy products and fish, beef and chicken, fish and meat, mixed oils and fats and oils are all opposites. Because the enzymes they need to be broken down in the stomach are opposite to each other. This opposition prevents the production of enzymes or causes the produced enzymes to destroy each other, and as a result, the eaten food begins to rot before it can be digested. Digestion is a process that takes hours in the stomach. The intestines also continue. Toxic and acidic residues formed as a result of decay or fermentation directly affect nerve cells and slow down the movements of the intestines. The debris collected in the slowed intestines expands the intestines. Here, fecal stones occur and remain undisturbed for years. As the errors in nutrition continue, the processes in the intestines become more severe. Their movements slow down even more and the problem of constipation arises. The walls of the intestines are covered with toxic and oily waste, such as sewer pipes. At this point, our body becomes more and more filled with toxins. Our body loses its resistance, the problem of weakness begins, gas is constantly formed in the intestines. Sleepiness and laziness increase. Rotting or fermented food wastes poison the intestine and mix with the blood. These wastes spread from the blood to all organs and cells, poisoning them and causing diseases. It collects in organs and joints by clogging the vessels. The dark and heavy blood flowing in the clogged veins is insufficient to nourish the organs.
3 frequent meals. What is the disease, to the old doctors? When you ask, it is eating a second meal without digesting the food you eat. He had replied. One of the main causes of diseases is to eat something else after a meal without waiting for the completion of digestion. Our digestive system works with certain rules. These rules indicate that a meal of 0.44 pounds to 0.55 pounds or 200 to 250 grams is digested in the stomach within 3 to 4 hours, and this is called primary digestion. Depending on the type and amount of food you eat, the first digestion time may take up to 6 to 10 hours. Even a very small bite eaten before the digestion process is completed can disrupt the digestion process of the stomach. When this bite of food is mixed with the previous meal, it will not be digested, fermentation and decay will begin. It will spoil and rot the previous food in the stomach and cause burning, souring, gas and bloating in the stomach. For a correct and healthy diet, a second meal should be eaten not after the first digestion process, but after the third digestion process, that is, after the nutrients pass from the blood to our cells. In this case, eating twice a day is the most healthy and sufficient for a person.
4. Attention to the order in eating and drinking. Proteins such as meat, eggs, cheese are foods that have a long digestion time in the stomach. Desserts and fruits, on the other hand, are easily digested without staying in the stomach and pass into the intestine and complete the first digestion process. Water, on the other hand, passes directly into the intestine after it reaches body temperature in the stomach. In this case, water should be drunk first. Afterwards, either sweet or fruit should be eaten, provided that they are not consumed together. Salad and food should be eaten afterwards. If two kinds of main course are to be eaten, the light and juicy one should be eaten first, and then the heavy and dry meal should be eaten. If food is eaten first and then fruit or dessert is eaten, fruit and dessert cannot pass into the intestine to complete digestion. It ferments or rots in the stomach to form gas. If you drink water immediately after a meal, it cannot pass into the intestine in the same way. It causes enlargement of the stomach, diluting the stomach acid and prolonging, making it difficult and disrupting the digestion. It is not right to drink water between meals, because the one who drinks water during the meal cannot chew the food well. Food that is not chewed as much as necessary causes severe damage to the stomach, intestines, and spleen. It is best to drink water at least 1.5 or 3 hours after a meal. Naturally, it is normal for our body to want water as the digestion in the stomach approaches the end within 1.5 to 3 hours. This is the correct time frame. However, if the food is dry, then it will not hurt to drink a sip of water after every bite that is chewed and swallowed. Those who wish can drink water after the meal, not exceeding a few sips.
5. Stated and heated meals. Fresh vegetables and fruits are full of energy from the sun. When eaten raw, they give a lot of energy to the body and are easy to digest. When it is cooked, it loses the energy and fresh water they receive from the sun and actually starts to turn into soil and minerals. The volume of the vegetable that loses its water decreases, the ratio of the minerals it contains increases. No one can eat 1 kilogram of spinach raw, but 1 kilogram of spinach can be easily consumed after cooking. These mineral substances form heavy residues in the body. These residues collect in the muscles, organs and veins and harden them. For these reasons, it is better to prefer raw vegetables instead of cooked vegetables and to eat cooked vegetables in small quantities. After the food is cooked, it should be eaten immediately after waiting for it to cool down a bit. When food is kept in the refrigerator for a long time and reheated, it does more harm than good because new chemical connections are formed. The essence and taste of the heated food changes, and digestion becomes more difficult in the stomach.
6. Additives and ready food and beverages. You should keep your body away from ready-made foods and drinks containing additives. Many long-lasting packaged products in the markets contain additives. These foods seriously affect metabolism, immune system, and genetics. A person who does not mind consuming ready-made foods consumes an average of 2,000 types of additives every day. There are many additives such as sweeteners, flavors, consistency preservatives, color preservatives, whiteners, anti-corrosion agents, dyes and flavors. The use of additives in foods has led to the emergence of many serious diseases. Some of these are those: Many diseases such as deterioration in the digestive system, chronic toxic hepatitis, kidney and adrenal gland diseases, reproductive organ disorders, infertility, cysts, cancer, diabetes, thyroid disorders, depression, headache, high blood pressure, allergic itching, eczema.
7. Chew little. The digestion of carbohydrates, organic acids, aromatic substances and salts begins in the mouth. It starts with saliva by drinking plenty of enzymes in the mouth, mixes with enzymes during chewing and some of it is filtered into the capillaries in the mouth. The digestion of heavy carbohydrates begins in the mouth and continues with the same enzymes in the stomach. Data collected about the chemical structure of food in the mouth is sent to the brain. The brain analyzes this information and programs the digestion of food. In this case, it is very important to chew the food adequately. The better the food is chewed, the better the brain analyzes the food and the better it prepares the digestive system. The taste and smell of chewed food should dissipate in the mouth. It should come to a creamy consistency. This can be achieved with at least 15 to 40 chewing movements. If food is not chewed enough, digestion will be disrupted from the very beginning. Chewing well has 8 benefits. Those who chew one food well eat and drink less than those who chew less. The harms of 2 mixed meals are reduced. 3. The digestion process is shortened. For the work of the stomach, pancreas, liver and intestines becomes easier. 5 more enzymes are used, including insulin. 6. Stomach, intestine, liver, pancreas, immune system, diabetes, cancer, allergies, tooth decay, nervous and mental diseases are protected. 7. Existing diseases are alleviated. 8. It makes it easier to get rid of obesity and excess weight. Thanks to these 7 tips, which are very easy to apply to your life, you will be healthy for life and stay away from mistakes. Start applying these 7 tips to your life as best you can, and you will notice the results in a short time. I wish you all a healthy life free from diseases.
If you'd like to learn more about apple cider vinegar at night benefits, check out the video that I've put on your screen. Now thanks once again for watching another of my videos. I wish you great health, wealth and happiness.